And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This will be taken very short. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the gift. The main. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is taken at the 3. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Wait 10, wait 20.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to...
Shotgun now for Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
A gain of 16 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Keep playing hard. Wait 10, wait 8. You must be dreaming. 72. He's telling you. Back and reload.
Now on second and 13. Brady. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 41. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Brady now to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. This is Johnson, he's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
6-6, pull it hard.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And a dump off to White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down.
Let's get it. Wait, set. Turn 80. Turn 80. Watch safety green. Hey, go 66. When he hits.
To throw is Brady. And that will be incomplete. So on fourth down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Let's go. 60 on. Mike, 45. I'm up. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Hey, let's get it. 45. 45. Mike, 45. Let's go,
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Throwing is Bridgewater. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Kill.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a loss of 2.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. On second and 12, Bridgewater. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. On second down, McCaffrey. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This is Scarlett on the carry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check it. Go Bandit.
Here's Brady to throw. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready? Hey, watch the slant. Man left. Hey, check it. Hey, let's go. 52. Bandit.
On first and 10, here's Brady. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. It's complete. James White. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
45. Mike, 45. I got you, Pop. 45.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Going underneath here, the tight end DeValve. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Defense, just get out the field, defense. Check the backer, check the backer. Whip, whip.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Check, 45 to Mike. Here we go. Check, check. Lucky. Wahoo. Kill. Who's off? Hooker.
From the 45 on second down, Bridgewater. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That second down play nets a -4. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage. But most of the time, he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K1 short. Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Bradley Pena now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. This is taken at the 23. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And some strong running. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a 2nd award in week 2 of the season.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. The tight end set to valve the intended receiver. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Double time. 4 down. Check. 4 down. Check 43. He's checking. Alabama.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
You got it.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 2nd and 9, Brady looking downfield for Jones. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, Mike 52. Hey, check it. Motion.
Now Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short. In there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And Gay knocks this one through. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post? Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go. What's the play? Go. Let's go. Come on. Show it up.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
Now Bridgewater. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You can't block me.
McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A gain of 3, second down. Here's Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Check 3. 218. Jump. Switch it. I got it. Sugar.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Jones. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Here's Jones, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Come on, set. Now the wolf. 21, check back 21. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get it. Hey, check. Check back 21. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. In your face.
Now the first throw in overtime for Bridgewater. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Tighten up. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Regular.
On second down, it's Jones. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up.
Third down.
Hey, set. 57. Let's go.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Hey, set. Wide, 80. You ain't going nowhere. Double time. 4 down. Hey, 56.
What can Brady do now with his drive? That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
But it's
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the first down.
That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and that changes everything here in OT. So it's his second missed field goal here. That wouldn't have ended the game, but it would have given him a leg up in OT.
And that's got to invigorate this defense. They did their part. Now it's time for their offense to put together a drive and seal the deal.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
It's caught inside